Hi everyone, Shannon here with Mixed Media Minnesota. Welcome to my video. Today we are going to work on the hashtag JJ Tag a Day, which is a make a tag a day in February. I have a prompt list that you can follow along. And you can do one, you can do a couple of them, you can pick and choose or do them all with me. Just have fun with it and share using the hashtag. And the hashtag was hashtag JJ Tag a Day. We are working on February 10th, so today is book page. So we need to make tags using book page, and that can be done very simple. This would have qualified. So my stamping here in my little book, I just stamp on book pages here and then color them. So there's more in there. I just color from the top, kind of. And just covering the tag, and that would work. It's book page. Okay, so that would have worked. Now, let's see here. Any book will work. You could take a little tiny book like this with images in it. I love this book. So I won't be using this, but you can make little tiny tags, and cover them or however. You can use, we might do a couple of them. I have a ratty old book here. I don't know if it's that old or if it's just that beat the snot out of, but it's cool nonetheless. So we're probably going to be using some book pages. So I'm just going to rip a couple of them out. What else do I have over here? Let's see. I got crumblies. Those pages fall apart. They're just crumbly. Flower book would be a good place to look. I think this book and this book that I'm going to show you next here, I think I ordered those because I saw them on Angela Toma's channel on Dogwood Paper Arts on YouTube, and I think she's the reason I had to buy these, and because they're so cool, and I'm pretty sure I saw them there. It reminds me of like the Edith Holden books, kind of, so it's really cool, and I haven't used it yet. Usually they'll sit here for a year or two before I rip the page out, and then once I rip one out, I'm good to go. But I haven't yet, but we might. Should we? Should we just, the first rip is the hardest. Should we just do it? I like that these are going up and down, because when you're folding them up to make tags, it's really cool. So we're just going to go for it. Let's see. I guess we're making this one right here. Okay, perfect. So, this about kills me. Actually, hold on. This video I might edit this out, but I can see the signature strings, and so I could separate. Now I lost the page of the one we were gonna do. No, I'm just gonna tear it out. Okay, where was it? We'll try again. No, I can't use that one. Okay, here. We'll use this one, right? That's not very fun. We had a really fun, pretty one. This one will work, right? Okay. Oh, you're right. There's the string. See? I wish I had. I do somewhere. Hold on. Then I can pull this book apart like this, and then I can use them in journals and stuff. So, okay. But that was a Victorian flower album, and it is by Henry Terry. So, there's the information. I did not pay that. I just got it on online, I think in a used bookstore or something. eBay maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, so we have that. And then this book is the other one that I was saying that I'm pretty sure Angela is the reason why I had purchased these. You just see them, and I think I put a tag in here, yeah. So here, like industrial. I like to make industrial journals, so this looks pretty industrial to me. And this one, I wonder if we could do the same thing. I'm not gonna look. Just gonna go ahead and that's the first one I ripped out of there too. But I think this is a really cool book. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. Tons and tons of black and white images and information. There isn't many words, actually. I mean, there is, but maps. It's just a really, really cool book. So if you're looking for a really cool book, this is The Complete Encyclopedia of Illustration. And this is by J.G. Heck, or by Paul Bacon. So check that out. Again, I got Scott, I think it was eBay or something, but we can use that. So this is just a cookbook. This is a really old cookbook I thought was really cool. The papers feel really cool. So I haven't used this one either. I need to start using them because I actually don't buy them anymore. And there is some really cool ones that I've passed up. Just because I have so many of them. But I don't know, I just stuck a tag in there just because. Pick a tag page. This has, you know, like recipes on both sides. So I thought it would be fun to do, you know, a recipe. And we could put anything on the front. Doesn't have to be there. Split that and it comes out perfectly. Okay. All right. We better get at it now. Been going here. So, okay. We need to make tags out of book pages. So let's just go ahead and go with, get that out of my way, one at a time. So I ripped 2 of these out because they're really thin. I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to glue these together just for strength, and they're brittle. So maybe if I would have glued this down onto a tag base, you'd end up with that, you know, which would work just fine. And I might have maybe should have done that because it's so crumbly. But if we get them layered, maybe they'll be stronger. I'm not going all the way to the edge with my glue. I'm going to stitch around it, and I know on the edges where it will fall apart. So I'm just trying to get some layers of glue on there, and then I'm going to try my best to line that up. There's not going to be a second chance. Once it touches, that's where it's going to be, because otherwise, yeah, it'll fall apart. So I think that's pretty good. So make sure we get all the, there's glue bubbles in there. We push those out. Okay. It still doesn't feel quite thick enough for me. So now what I do is I'm just going to fold this in half here. 4 thicknesses of this one is going to be thicker, but it's still not really thick. So it's really, I think it's a good thickness. But yeah, it's crumbly. All right, so now we're going to just put glue on one side of this, and we'll cut this down. But for right now, I just want to get the glue in there so we don't have bubbles. Fold that over. And a good way, use your glue pages. You know, in your glue book, when you fold them in half, when they're all gluey, and set them aside and use them for this. I could have grabbed some of them too, but let's see. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this, I really don't like that side there on there as much. Let's see what we're going to deal with here. I'm going to snip that down just a little bit. I do like that edge on there though. I'm not going to snip it down there. I'm just going to eyeball this and say I want my tag to be, oh, I don't know, that big. And I'm going to keep this in my scraps. It can make a cool pocket or something. So there's that one. Now I need to make it into a tag shape. This is very simple, you guys. you know what you're doing. But the prompt is book page, so we need to make tags out of book page. So that's what we're doing. I didn't glue the top very good, like I said, so I know it'll fall apart. But it's held together enough for me to get it to my sewing machine, and then it'll be solid. Okay, get those out of there. And there is, I like it with the little fly on there. There is that. I'm going to go ahead and ink that with Vintage Photo. I could have inked it after I stitched it too, but we'll go ahead and ink that. And then these are really fun if you want to cover up some of the words on them. You know, gesso or texture paste or any kind of paint, you know, you can stamp and color on them, anything. Collage, whatever, you guys know. This is my little dauber from Timeless Makes on Instagram, if anybody's interested in. It's really cute. Fun to use. I'm going to set that one aside, then we'll stitch around that. But that was simple. Now, this one. Ooh, that's pretty. This one I'm probably going to try to do. This is a thicker. It's a glossy paper, but I'm okay with that. I'm trying to think how big is one page of this. So 10, so it's 9. So it'd be 18. So if I did it the full, I'm just trying to think how, because if I divide this by 3, I won't have to ruin, I can use it all. So I guess if we glue them together, you know, there's the, wasn't that the page we were going to use, I think? Maybe? Originally? I don't know. So we can just turn this way. And I'm going to do, how big is this? I'm going to leave the whole length of it. They're a little over 8, so 8 1/4. And then we will, it's almost 9. So I'm just going to do like a hair less than 3 inches when I cut these. But I'm just going to glue these together with my glue. This one isn't as brittle, so I can get closer to the end. But it is glossy, and sometimes they don't like to stick that well either. Okay, so go ahead and close that one up. So, you know, look at your page before you just go and cut it apart, because you might be able to utilize all pieces of it then. So here we're just gonna flip that. I'm not even gonna pay attention to where it's at. Now that's a really nice weight glued together. Okay, it is still wet, but it'll be fine. To stick through here. I definitely abuse my sewing machine and my scissors and my cutters. Okay, so I don't like that right here. The 3 is on there, but I'm gonna go just a tiny, one little thing. What do you call that? A 16th? Something like that. Less than 3. And then we should end up with 3 similar size tags. That's my thought. Just by dividing that, you know, into thirds. So there, I think that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure these are all standing upright, and we're going to cut them into tag shapes without looking. You know, because you could, I don't know, you can move them around and whatever. I'm going to try to do them all at one time. I don't know if that's such a great idea, but I know this video is probably going to be a little longer because we're tackling a few of them. And I do have another little fun thing that I want to show you with book pages too. So, oof, that was a little thick. When we're decorating, so, and maybe I'll just do that in another video, but I'm going to show you regardless, even if we don't do it. It's probably what I'll do, and then I'll make another video and add it up with this one right after it or something. These move, so I know that they're going to be crooked, and I'll be finding these little triangles for the rest of my life that flew back there. Okay, so, yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? And it's just a tall tag, and I think that book is, like, perfect for these, don't you think? And you know what? I don't even think I'm going to cover them. I was thinking we would need another layer, but I mean, they're so pretty. Why cover them? Let's just decorate both sides of it. It can be like a bookmark or whatever. I'm going to set those there. We're going to stitch around them. We're going to keep going here. Now, this is that industrial looking page, and it would have been cool if I would have done it the same way and cut the strings. We could have made all kinds of tags. I do think, I'm trying to think. I'm wondering if, no, that's not going to work. I wish I would have left it together now. We're just going to play. So I'm going to fold this one that far, and then I'm going to come over and fold this one. I don't know. That isn't really, well, we'll see what we end up with. We might chuck this one. We have a lot of examples, but you can do the same thing. But like I said, if I would have left it together, probably would have been better because we could have got the amount of tags that we were looking for out of there. More. I'm just gonna glue this end down. I'm gonna put a little bit of ink on this ripped edge here. So once I get it down on there, you won't, I might as well go, hold up. Okay, it's gonna be one of those days where my brain just goes a million miles a minute. and has all these great ideas, and then nothing works out. It's kind of one of those days. I feel like that's gonna happen, and here I am with this thing. It's triple. Okay. Okay, just to get a little color in there. When we fold it over on itself, so you can see that edge, you know. It'll look like it's purposely short folded over. I'm hoping. There's a million ways to make a book page tag. Okay, back to this. Now I'm just gonna eyeball cut this between where they're folded together, so looks good. One tag's gonna be narrower than the other. That's fine too. Alright. I wasn't done with that, was I? The only problem that I have is this side here. I mean, it's thin. We're gonna have to back these ones. So we will back those. I'll back those and cut them into tag shapes. Let's see, which one is this? I want that as the top. This side is really cool. I hate to cover that, but this side is really cool too with that. Let's see, how big a tags do we want? That looks good. This one I might cut into two, but I'm going to take that bottom off. Okay. Alrighty, and this one I'm just going to pop in the little tag corner punch thing here. Make sure I didn't have that upside down. We'll do the same thing on here. Okay, so we have those. And our recipe page is going to be the same way. Fold it and cut it. So I'm not going to do that right now. So we have different size book page tags here. And then, like I said, I'm going to go and I'm going to back these ones, I think. Back those. And then they're really cool, aren't they? Stitch around them and we will be back. And ink around them as well. These ones need to be backed. Okay guys, so sorry about that. I'm back. That took a lot longer than I thought. You guys don't realize that, but it's hours later now, so I was interrupted. So they're all inked and stitched around, and now I'm just kind of laying out my decorating. But let's just have a look here. This is that industrial sheet, and I did back it with, it's like a thicker, well, I put it on this one too, you can see. I got it on Amazon. It's like a thicker, I think it's like handmade paper it says, but I don't think it's handmade paper. It's a little thicker. It's cool to write on, and it has like a fibery texture. So these industrial looking ones, I like to use Tim Holtz People on. So I just grabbed a couple of them out, and these little words that I have laying all over them, I got these in, I'm not sure, it might have been in a subscription box with Your Creative Studio. I'm not sure. Achievement, and then this is just their definitions. So this one is C to D, and this one is daily words, I guess. So, and it's just the definitions of them. So there's a lot of them in here I wouldn't probably use, but you can use them in collage, you know, or part of them or something. But there is a lot in there that I would use as well. So there's that one, and this one is A to B, and it's achievements. So this will be, I think, like achievements, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really, I don't know. But they're really cool. So I just have all these little books that you get. These are really cool. This one is, I think this one might be from Timo, maybe. Not sure. But this is all vellum. So isn't that cool? I wouldn't even know what you would search for. I'm not sure. But I have all kinds of those. And I know I've gotten some in some subscription boxes too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to decorate one of these. We're going to set the other ones out. I can decorate those, you know, after, whatever. And then this one here, I was going to do it, but I think I'm going to save it because on, what day is it? On the 19th, the prompt is bugs. And I think this will be fun with that. So we're going to save a book page tag for the 19th for bugs. If I remember it, I hope I do. And then these ones I just want to put together really quick here. So I just inked around, I trimmed those little word definitions down, and I backed these ones in black here, and that one we'll get to. These ones are going to be really simple. I want you to see the background, you know. So I'm just going to go ahead and decide where I want this fella to be. So I know where to put this. I want his hand like kind of resting on the top of it like that. So we're going to go right there, and I think what I'm going to do is just hold that right there and squeeze some glue on this side. Get that down, and then we can go and glue this side, and then it's exactly where it was. Just kind of being lazy, honestly. I could have moved it and refigured it, but okay, so you got that on there, and this fella here, we're going to ink the edges a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. Okay, and I want to stick him down with his hand on top of that little label, so that's always fun. Like some of these people they look like they're sitting, so that's kind of fun when you find something that'll work on. Right on the edge of the stitching over there, and then his hand right on there. Okay, I'm going to glue the rest of these really quick. And these ones I trimmed down, and then obviously these tags are small, so I just tore it. And that works just fine. So even if you don't have a lot of scrapbook paper, you don't have a lot of, you know, you can't print digitals, you know, just, you can use newspaper, you can use books, you can use magazines. So, I mean, the possibilities really are endless when it comes to making tags. You can make them out of food packaging, you can make them out of anything. And I want you to kind of sit right up there. And some of these might not get toppers. His little head is probably where the thing will go, so I might just leave that. Tuck him in. Or I can always put something off on the side here, but I think I'm just going to leave that one right there, and probably this one as well. Sometimes they can tuck them in pockets too, so I'll stitch a little fabric tab on it or something. It can be in a tuck spot here. So there's those two. And this one I did want to put, I have these bigger brads. Sorry if you can hear my dogs. They think they need to go outside again, but they just were. Bailey, you're okay. They cry like that by the door because I won't let them over here where I record. And they're spoiled rotten, so I don't want to put them outside again. They were just out. So that looks really cool in there, doesn't it? I think so. Okay. I did want to show you though, this. It'll be another video, I'll show you, but it's really simple. I can explain it to you. I just took that book page, that old book page, and I ripped it in 1-inch strips. And I took masking tape, and it was too wide, so I just folded it a third over, you know, of the masking tape, so it was sticky on one side. And then I just went and just kept pushing it down and pleating it, just run it through my sewing machine there, and inked it up. And it's really cool. You can top tags with it, that kind of thing. So, or add, you know, on the edge of a page. It's kind of cool too, and it does flatten, you know, nice. So there's that. I'm not sure what color topper I'm gonna put in there. I think I'm gonna leave that for right now. And those will be book page tags. And this one I wanted to finish up here really quick. See if these dogs will behave themselves long enough for me to finish. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to call it a video, and then on the 29th, you'll see it decorated, I guess. But I'm losing my crumbly, so I'm gonna ink back here. Okay, I'm just gonna use my art glitter glue because it's open here, and stick that right on there. This is just torn book page, so I'm decorating it also with torn book page. Yeah. These really don't even need decorating because the book pages were so pretty. That's really crooked. I would have liked to have that line lined up straight, kind of. Let's see if I can get that. Oh, there, worked. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was. Okay, and then I grabbed this little piece of pink. I thought we would bring another color in here to break that white label up. And I did trim that Bloom label, dictionary label here down. So something like that, or do we just want it like that? No, I kind of like this. So I do think I'm going to tear the bottom a little bit. Just give it a little bit of irregularity. I don't know how to say that word, but you know what I mean. Oh, the bells. Okay, now that's the little puppy. He gets mad and he doesn't, when I don't listen to him, he goes and rings the bells on the door. Hurry up here really quick, try and finish this one. Just gonna plop that right on there like that. Okay, we'll get our... Quiet, buddy. Hold on. Hold on. Let me finish this video really quickly, bud. Okay, let's pop a hole in this one. Actually, let's use our ruffle on this one. So I'm just gonna messily cut that off, and then where I cut, you guys, I'm so sorry for these dogs. I don't want to stop and go again. I would stitch that on, but for right now, because of the issue with the puppies, I'm just gonna glue it down. I live right next to my dad's house. They'll act like this too if someone's at his house. Like they have to report everything in the neighborhood, you know. So somebody could have went over there. Now I can see that that's, I don't really like that, so I'm just gonna tear that off. And oof, I wish I would have paid attention to that and glued that down far enough, but that's all right. I think it'll be just fine. When wet glue, you just add a little ink and you can't tell because it inks in so well. And then on the back of this one, I mean, you could write on the back of it, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. But isn't that kind of cool too? So simple, right? I think so. There is our book page tags. And we had some more that we didn't decorate yet. That one's really cool. I didn't see that. The backs of them. That one's cool too. And I don't know what I did with that. Oh, here. Okay. And this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Take care.